On va pouvoir commencer dans 1 minute, alors on vous inviterait à prendre place. Veuillez trouver vos sièges, s'il vous plaît.
We will start in a minute. Please.
All right, what you're seeing on your screens is a live shot coming to you from Ottawa this hour. For the third year, as we know, Canada is recognizing the shameful legacy of the residential school system. This is going to be a live ceremony honoring Indigenous communities and remembering the painful past and its harmful effects on Indigenous peoples. Communities are gathering across the country for events marking the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, including powwows, rallies, and a commemorative event on Parliament Hill, the one that you're looking at right now in Ottawa this afternoon.
Hello and welcome. My name is Madeline Alakarelak.
Ndio aweti ashkenoniak, yes. Wendat indi yanyonya iwahi tiokutan Charles Bender yatsi. Bonjour, je m'appelle Charles Bender.
Hello, my name is Charles Bender.
A day of remembrance, a day of listening, and a day of commitment. We gather here on Parliament Hill and in our communities across Turtle Island to honor those who never made it home from residential schools, those who survived them, and the families forever changed by it all.
The legacy of residential schools, day schools, the 60s scoop, and the child welfare system have had a devastating impact on Indigenous people and our society at large. In the name of education, Indigenous children were systematically removed from their homes and families, forbidden to speak their languages, and in some cases, were never seen again. For decades, these schools tried to carry out their mission, to kill the Indian within the child. We are here today because they failed.
On this day of national mourning, of truth-telling and healing, we must all renew our commitment as individual citizens on the path to reconciliation. Bearing witness to truth is only one small step.
Nous avons tous une part à jouer pour qu'il y ait une véritable guérison.
We all have a role to play for a true healing, for newcomers, for our young people, or those that are less young. We all have to act on a daily basis.
Live from the unceded, unsurrendered territory of the Anishinaabe Algonquin Nation, this is Remembering the Children National Day for Truth and Reconciliation.
Se souvenir des enfants, journée nationale de la vérité et de la réconciliation.
National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. Remember the children.
Over the next hour and a half, we'll share a series of tributes to those taken from us far too soon.
We will hear from survivors, thrivers, and witness their strength.
As we often do when we begin with ceremony. As members of our opening procession arrive to bear witness, they will bring them with them a very special object. This is a red cedar bentwood box.
Handcrafted for the Truth and Reconciliation Commission by Coast Salish artist Luke Marston. This box was at all TRC events. And Luke, the artist, is with us again today, helping to carry the box he created to preserve the deeply personal items, each signifying healing and hope.
Its faces reflect the distinct cultures of former First Nations, Inuit, and Métis students.
Nous aimerions maintenant inviter
We would like
chef
to now
de la nation
invite
Kitigan-Zibi
the
Anishinaabe
chief
à
of
nous
the
adresser la parole.
Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabe Nation
Donc,
to say a few words.
Please welcome Chief Dylan White Duck and
Souhaitons
Councillor Frankie
la bienvenue
Côté.
au chef Dylan Whitewalk et au conseiller Frankie Côté.
Good afternoon, everyone. To all Canadians
Bon après-midi à
and
tous.
to all Indigenous
À
people
tous les
across this country. First, I'd like to acknowledge the Creator, my family, my council, my community, and acknowledge all First Nations people who were impacted by the residential school system. My name is Dylan Whiteduck, and I am the proud chief of a thriving Algonquin community called Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabe. I am humbled here to speak here today on our unceded, unsurrendered lands. It's important to recognize our people occupied this territory and lands for time immemorial and continue to do so today presently. This September 30th, 2023 marks the third National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. I applaud all First Nations people across Turtle Island who continue to be resilient, courageous, and prosperous. So miigwech. Canada is taking some strides towards reconciliation. I'll admit that. But I challenge this country to do better. And I extend this challenge to all Canadians who know that they could do better. Let's never forget these important facts. Number one, First Nations people helped build this country dating back to the fur trade. Fact number two, we fought in many wars alongside you, and they were won because of our help. Fact number three, the treaties that were signed must be upheld with recognition and honored every day. And finally, number four, resources continue to be extracted from all of our First Nation territories across this country. Today, First Nation communities do have goals. We seek prosperity. We want a sustainable future, and we want our Indigenous languages back. But unfortunately, we are in a survival mode, and this is unacceptable. We ask you to help us achieve these goals. Let us all work towards economic reconciliation and reshape this great country, not for today, but for the next 7 generations. On behalf of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe, I welcome you today. And let us always remember that every child matters. Miigwech kakana, and have yourself a great day, everybody.
Nakumay makialuk, Chief White Duck and Councillor Côté. Our next speaker was recently appointed as the 15th Chancellor of the University of Ottawa, the very first Indigenous woman to hold that role. She is Algonquin from Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabe.
Écoutons maintenant l'aînée Claudette Commanda.
Let's listen to the elder Claudette Commanda.
Survivors,
Survivants, survivantes,
families, communities, honored guests, Canadians, We gather here today remembering the children, to honor, to respect, and to show love. We must come together in that sacred circle of life. We must come together in that sacred circle of prayer. We must come together in that sacred circle of love. The Creator has blessed us with voice, with spirit, and with heart to give honor to the Creator. Together with that one mind, one heart, one spirit, and one voice, let us acknowledge the Creator, and we say, Chimigwech Kishimnado Migwech Kinakego. We thank the Creator for all of His blessings. We come together, brothers and sisters, to raise our voice with love and kindness, to say a prayer, our prayer of love, to all the survivors who are here with us, to all those survivors who did not return home, and to all the children. Remembering the children. Chimigwej ni Janwendagnag. Kichimigwej Kishimanado Kichimigwej Unji Kizagi Dewin. We thank the Creator for His love. To each and every one of you, beautiful people who are here in this circle, without love, there's no healing. And what each and every one of our survivors pray for as we say this prayer from our heart today, let us show that love to the survivors. And we thank the Creator for blessing us with such a beautiful day. As we thank our ancestors for always praying for us, for their prayer. Thank you for all of us being here today to say that prayer of love. And just remember, hope is free, as the Creator's blessed us with hope. I love you all. Kichimigwej nichkiwedog kizagian. I love you all. Migwej.
Chimigwej, Claudette Commanda, de nous avoir offert ces mots d'accueil. Nous aimerions également remercier les chanteurs Eagle River Singers, artistes.
Thank you, Claude Commander. And we wanted to thank our Eagle Singers from Kitagazabi. Our next speaker is known as a human rights defender and as Indigenous people.
Too numerous to list. Dr. Willie Littlechild has embodied tremendous leadership throughout his career as an accomplished lawyer, a respected politician, and exceptional athlete. Please welcome Dr. Willie Littlechild.
Tansin totemtik, nigan semanto, netatam hekmstahi, ego kasemina, esoem goachkanovts. Kakio tatamskadnao, epenogotaek, esagihtoja, magaste, epekiskutatoajak, oasis, eguahuskaya, ekat niganohtet. Hello, my friends and relatives. First, I want to express utmost gratitude to the Great Spirit in however way you acknowledge our Creator, God. A warm handshake of love and friendship to every one of you, especially because you came here to remember, to give tribute to the child's spirit and to all youth who went before us on their spirit journey. I'm saddened this morning. I joined my sister in her last traveling song as she's dying today, a former residential school student. Very importantly, though, I also want to honor the survivors for your resilience, your courage, and your strength. You are thrivers. The challenge now is, what do we do to have good relations? What do we do to restore respectful relationships? How do we advance true reconciliation? Your Excellencies, our Governor General Mary Simon, and Vice Regal Consort Whit Fraser, thank you. Thank you for your much appreciated support in that collective effort. Pigo, kakamemoyak, atoskewin, atoskatoyak. We must work together. Akamemotan, we need to work harder than we can if we are to succeed. Finally, as a former Truth and Reconciliation Commissioner, I would encourage us to double our efforts in advancing reconciliation. How? Where there's hatred, let us sow love. Ita pagwatuin e itagok sa gito en opinetan. Where there's injury, pardon. Ita awiyak eusigohit. Une tamatoin. Where there is doubt, faith. Ita epometamak. Tapwe kakyokyam. Tapwe tatan. Where there's despair, hope. Ita ekipagtemok. Akamemutan. For it is in giving that we receive. Itahanma kawipinasayak kamigosiak ay naskumtnao.
Nos remerciements à Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Willie Littlechild.
Thank you.
Miigwech, thank you.
Nous aimerions prendre un moment
We'd
pour
like to
souligner
take the time here to
nos partenaires diffuseurs qui participent à cette
the
journée.
engagement of a number of broadcasters who are participating in this day.
We are very proud to see Canadians from coast to coast to coast come together on this day of honor as we honor the survivors and grieve the profound impacts of genocide. But we are still far from implementing all of the 94 calls to action as outlined by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And we have yet to see every province mark this day as an official statutory holiday.
Notre premier artiste vient également de Kitigan-Zibi Anishinabeg.
Our first artist comes from Kitiban-Zibi Anishinaabe, where he learned to play the violin with his uncle and watching his parents.
At St. Mary's Residential School that took much away from him, he was able to return to his community and to the music that has never left him. Dunga Subtilavut Ilunata, please welcome Eddie Pezenawaj Kote.
Koikina Snavedo, the Ganzi window in Japani. On that sound, the same baboon, the baboon, and he does the same present to school in card. He would take I and the tell the Snave behind the again back to go. Nugget would not call you non went up to the sea. Touchman the week, Snave beyond, but cause you in the casing. Anyway, I was in resident school for many years, you know, then. I didn't forget. You know, every time I speak my language over there, I couldn't talk for 5 years. So there, today I'm glad to see all the schnabs, you know, they're from the Ganzivi especially. There's my partner Tim White Duck is my partner for the music. He has been with me for a while, so we're gonna do that. So all the ones that sit in front of this is this all this. No, I hope you guys get up. And that, but there's going to be a short one, though. That's going to be a kind of sad song. That was the one I wrote. I call it Residential School Song.
Nakukmi marealuk. Ipinakaintuk. Thank you, Eddie. Present the watch Kote for that beautiful performance. Nakukmi.
Provenant du territoire Mi'kmaq, notre
Coming from the Mi'kmaq territory, our next guest is outstanding ambassador for her community and a great champion of social
Generation
justice.
Survivor. She is land defender. She is water protector, water walker, cultural teacher, grandmother, and so much more. Her work focuses on education and environmentalism through indigenous perspectives. Tunga sutitaw sialaw militan na ilunatino. Please welcome Doreen Bernard.
Kwe. Min dalawasi kasidam dandal yulnui. Gilnik Octodum. Ak Sebaganegri, Ak Mi'kmaqi. My spirit name is I love my Indian ways. I'm Otter Clan. I'm Sebaganegri in Mi'kmaqi. Well, Alan, Elder Commander, for your beautiful prayer. My fellow survivors and families and leaders, medicine people, Her Excellency, Governor General Mary Simon, and the Senators, Francis, Baptiste, and Prosper, and all government members, and special guests, and to all the survivors who are joining us here and across Canada and beyond. Walaliak, thank you for being here. Be with us to bear witness to this third National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, to honor the survivors of the Indian residential school institutions in Canada. We honor and we remember Mi'kmaq Dedemik, all those who are now our ancestors, watching over us in the spirit world. We are here because you survived genocide. We honor and remember Mi'kmaq Dedemik, the children who died in the Indian residential school institutions, the missing children who never came home, and the children who have been found, the ones that we are still searching for. We will never forget you. We honor all the trailblazers who started the Wellbriety movements to battle addictions and help people to learn to love themselves and Creator again. We honor all who preserved and revitalized our cultures and our languages, our traditions, and our ceremonies to help us to heal traumas and to learn to live good life. We honor all who stand to protect our Indigenous rights and human rights in Mother Earth and the water for our future generations, all our Nogama. We honor all those who broke down those barriers to education, to teach our true history of Indigenous peoples that was erased for generations. The historians, the authors, the poets, the artists, the professionals, all who inspire us today. We honor the courage of survivors who led the fight for justice, to speak our truth, to tell Canada and the world we survived genocide. We honor the survivors and all our descendants who are struggling with the impacts of residential schools today. We honor all those who stand with us, who work and help and support us. Walaliak. I honor my mom and my family and my children and grandchildren and send my love to you today. Msit Nogama, all my relations. Walal.
Nakumik, Elder Doreen Bernard, for your beautiful message.
Nous invitons maintenant la directrice exécutive du Centre national
We now invite the executive director of the
réconciliation à nous
National
adresser.
Center for Truth and Reconciliation to speak to us.
Stephanie Scott.
Bonjour, good afternoon. Miskwa Nakwatakwe Indigenous Wabashishi Dodem, Winnipeg Dunji, Treaty 1 territory. I am the daughter of a survivor, and I am also a 60 Scoop survivor. I'd like to say thank you to Chief Dylan White Duck for welcoming us to the unceded lands of the Algonquin Nation, and Elder Commanda for the beautiful prayer. I say miigwech to all First Nations, Métis, Inuit survivors. We are here today because of you and your strength and your courage. There would have not been an apology. There would not have been a Truth and Reconciliation Commission or a National Center for Truth and Reconciliation. Survivors insisted the truth of residential schools must never be forgotten. The National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is a day to honor all Indigenous survivors who are with us and those children who died in those institutions. We must respect all survivors, amplify their voice, and call out the deniers. We must challenge the people who don't want to face the truth. The residential school system was intended to destroy First Nations, Inuit, and Métis cultures and our languages, but they did not succeed. For those that never made it home, their spirits call out to us to be remembered and to be honored. We have a powerful symbol of those truths. The National Student Memorial Register carries the names of 4,140 names of children identified through the records in the NCTR's care and the statements of their families. Our research is ongoing. We still don't have all the records. The NCTR continues to work with churches, governments, and others so we can finally access the 23 million records that were not released to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada. We know more children will be found and their names will be added. The memorial banner was created through sacred ceremony, and we are sharing it here today in that same spirit. As the banner is lifted, some of our special guests will honor the children and show their commitment to this important act of remembrance. They will place shoes on the stage to represent the children whose stories have yet to be told, but whose in spirits we honor. I'd like to introduce Métis artist Bry Moran, founding director of the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation, to perform his song, Feel You Here, during the procession. Thank you, and miigwech.
And to those souls who've passed, whose world didn't last, we're here to sing your song. 'Cause although you may be gone, I feel you here. I feel you here. I feel you here. to the trees and to the sea. You've been brought to your knees, and I can't figure out just how we live without, 'cause I feel you here. I feel you here. I feel you here. And still this fire burns, and there's lessons yet to be learned, until these flames die down. Your spirit is here in our sound, and to you I call. Oh, catch us as we fall. I feel you here. Je te sens ici. I feel you here. I feel you here. I feel you here.
Kaya nga takama. Thank you, Stephanie Scott. Ang iyong tiwakalumik. Thank you, Roy Moran. You had us crying. It's okay to cry. Thank you for that. We needed that. That was a beautiful performance. Nakukming.
Notre prochain invité est né à Fort Resolution, au bord du lac Great Slave. Fier membre
Our
de la
next
nation métisse
guest
de l'Alberta,
was born
elle est
in Fort
récipiendaire de
Resolute
nombreuses
at the shores of the Great
reconnaissances,
Lake.
la médaille du jubilé de diamant de la reine
A
Élisabeth
proud
II et le
member
prix
of the
du gouverneur général.
Métis Nation, she has received many awards, among them the Queen Elizabeth
and
Award.
tireless advocate for her community and beyond, from friendship centers to regional councils, from children's care to elders care. Tunga suktitaw pili, Elder Angie Crerar.
On February 29th, 1880, a letter from Bishop Grandin was addressed to the Canadian government. Bishop wrote, "If you bring us 100 Indians and half-breeds to the mission, where they leave our convent, they would no longer be Indians. They would become good citizens, earn a good living, and be useful to their country." And so it began, as across Canada, from coast to coast, as children were taken from their families. The opening of the residential school started the most tragic, destructive, and separation of the Native people and loss of our values and culture. We were witness to the darkest time in Canada's history. As usual, many thousands and thousands of our people have suffered from addiction, sexual abuse, depression, and personal relationships. We were savages and had to embrace the white man's way of life and language. We have paid a high price for our years in residential school. And the nuns used to leave us and tell us, "I left my home, my country, my family to teach you savages. And you must forgive everything that your parents were taught, or you are full of sin and you'll go to hell." The horror, heartaches, and pain which reached down for generations and is today. We suffered and endured cruelly and depression, crying for the loss of our language, values, and culture, which has left us a legacy of loss at so many levels. The two main objectives of the federal government were, number one, to remove the children from the influence of their home, families, traditions, and culture, to teach them to accept the dominant society. They assumed that our culture, our language, and spiritual beliefs were inferior. And to educate us, they had to kill the Indian they had to kill the Indian of the child. We must admire and respect the resilience of these children, which endured and survived. And we are still here, a proud people. A proud people who could not be destroyed, but at what cost? We learn to kiss away the tears and walk away the fears. Truth and reconciliation is a walk of generations and a lifetime. Be kind to one another. Respect each other in values and traditional ways. Forgive and let love rule your day. For we are never victims. We are survivors.
Nakukmeek Elder Angie Crerar, we thank you for sharing your story with all of us.
Notre prochain invité est originaire de Machteouias, dans la région du Saguenay-Lac-Saint-Jean au Québec. Elle a consacré sa vie.
Our next guest is from the Saguenay-Jack. She spent her life transmitting her knowledge to the next generation. We'll give the floor to Telesh Bija.
كويس ايش نسيش نمش تعلم هون استعلموت من دقاش كنت معقويان بس انا انه ايش مش تبتسد بوبن بس انا كان beaucoup de difficultés.
It's still very difficult for me to talk about my time in the residential schools, even after so many years. I never even told my parents or my grandparents about it.
La peur de brimer.
Because I didn't want to undermine their trust in God and the representatives of the church. Today, I'm a mother of 3 children, grandmother of 9 grandchildren, and I have one great-grandson, and another one will be born soon. I'm here today to deliver a message of hope.
Je ne veux pas, surtout pas,
I don't want to leave them a legacy of the wounds of the past, of my past.
Je veux laisser quelque chose.
Rather, I want to leave them something good. Hope for a better future for our nations. To free myself from what I have kept inside me all too long in my heart and in my head.
Profonde conviction
In the depth of my convictions of my being.
C'est la firme conviction que la plus haute
This
société
conviction that the highest leaders of Quebec and Canada, as well as all Canadians,
entendront
will hear and understand
mon message d'espoir.
my message of hope.
C'est ma vérité.
This is my truth,
Malgré ce que j'ai vécu
despite
au
what
patient.
I experienced at the residential
Que cet
school.
espoir de nos relations
I have this hope
en nous,
that our
en
relations
nation,
between our great nations
plus égalité.
be more egalitarian and respectful of everyone's rights.
Je ne veux pas
I don't want
que mes enfants,
my
mes
children,
petits-enfants
my grandchildren
vivent que ce que j'ai vécu.
live and go through what I went through.
Jamais nous oublierons
We will never forget
ces enfants qui ont pas eu
these
la
children
chance
who never had the
de
opportunity
retrouver leurs
to
parents.
be reunited with their parents, their loved ones,
C'est pourquoi
and that is why
je vous livre ce
I am
message
delivering
d'espoir.
this message of hope to you today.
Jusqu'à maintenant, Nine Telesh, je vous aime.
I love you.
Chineshkumiten pour ce partage et votre grande sagesse aînée.
Thank you for your sharing and for your great
Amen.
wisdom.
Growing up
Tinesh.
in Treaty 1 territory in Manitoba, our next performer has kept strong her ties to her Métis heritage and her homeland.
Cette connexion identitaire influence grandement sa démarche artistique.
This connection influences her artistic her artist, and as we will hear, here is Willows.
Bon après-midi. Nos territoires font partie de nous. Les grandes
Good
plaines,
afternoon, our territory
les
reporters,
lacs,
the plains,
les
the lakes,
forêts
the forests,
et les
and
rivières
the rivers
qui coulent dans nos
that
veines.
run through our veins.
Je crois que nous portons cette connexion
I
forte
believe
dans
that
nos
we
cœurs
carry this strong
partout où nous allons.
link in our hearts everywhere we go.
Mes ancêtres, tout comme
My
plusieurs familles de la
ancestors, as
nation
well as,
métisse,
many
ont
families
été
of the
séparés
Métis
de leur
Nation
famille
were separated from their
et de leur
families and their
communauté
communities
et ont perdu leur
and
terre
lost their
quand le
lands
gouvernement
when the
canadien a
Canadian
mis en
government,
place le système des
implemented
certificats,
a
le script system. C'est en français et en métis français que j'ai composé cette chanson pour les honorer et qui parle de la liberté d'être qui nous sommes.
The freedom to be whom we are.
Un bout de papier, $1 par acre, signé par un X en échange de quoi? Ton présent, ton avenir, ta terre, tes droits, une partie de toi. Mais toi, tu n'appartiens à personne, sinon à la plaine, au ciel, au bois. Tu viens des gens libres, toi et tu limites. En 2 ans sans le sou, sans la terre. 4 ans, 5 ans, les promesses en l'air. Des routes, un pays, un chemin de fer. Construire à quel prix? Mais toi, tu n'appartiens à personne, sinon à la plaine, au ciel, au bois. Tu viens des gens libres, toi et tu limites. Ça va essayer de t'acheter, ça va essayer de détruire. Les goddamn arrivent, la peur t'amène. Tu feras ce que tu dois pour survivre à la tempête, mais ton cœur n'oubliera pas que toi tu n'appartiens à personne, sinon à la plaine, au ciel, au bois. Tu viens des gens libres, toi et tu limites. Non, toi tu n'appartiens à personne, sinon à la plaine, au ciel, au bois. Tu viens des gens libres, toi et tu limites.
What a beautiful performance. Nakukmek, Willows. Inukatika, born in 1947 near the small village of Kainsualujuak, Nunavik. Her Excellency, the Right Honorable Mary Simon, Governor General of Canada, and her siblings went to an English-only federal day school in Kuujjuaq. From grades 1 through 6, Mary Simon and her classmates would be punished anytime they spoke Inuktitut, the ancestral language of our mother tongue, and her Inuk mother. Leaving this establishment to be homeschooled from then on was, in her words, probably the best thing that's happened to me. Here now with her message of remembrance and reconciliation, we invite Her Excellency, the Right Honorable Mary Simon, Governor General of Canada.
Urlakut, Tungasugitsi ilunasi, Haisi Mayusi. Welcome everybody and good morning. Elders, Elder Claudette Commander, thank you for your prayer. Survivors, Truth and Reconciliation Commissioner, Dr. Willie Littlechild. We just had a little chat in the back and we both said, we've been at this for a long time and we're still here. Welcome to our Indigenous leaders, Nathan, Obed, ministers, dignitaries, and our youth. Chers invités, bonjour.
Dear guests, good day.
I am thankful for the welcome and teachings the elders of this unceded territory are sharing with us today and every time we gather on these lands. So thank you. Taganigiami, Hoviasupunga, Ino hatikanita ko hatasungalo, amalo asingin na hakasi mayunik, na ilitak siya utigilak tanga ilinyarak si mayubini, pimareo lamatamani nunatini, ilaw hatatut ilunatik huyak na mayataka. I'm grateful to be here with all of you today to mark the 3rd National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, a day of reflection and action.
It's an honor for me to be here with you today.
I had so many emotions going through me when I was watching the memorial cloth banner. It's a visual impact of how many kids actually didn't come back home. So, what stories do we want to tell our children? This is, of course, the history of Canada, as told for the longest time, of explorers and discoveries, of taming a wild land, of settlements and confederation. But as time has passed, Canadians have come to realize that this version of history is not complete. Canada's history is so much more than that. It should reflect Indigenous histories. Certainly, our national history needs to reflect the challenges, trauma, joys, experiences, knowledge, and culture of Indigenous peoples and lives. For years, Indigenous people have been telling their stories. I am here to tell you today, Canada as a country is beginning to listen to those stories. And as you know, many of those stories have been devastating. We are gathered today to remember those stories, the stories of children taken from their homes, not just from their homes, but from their families and loved ones. The stories of the children represented in the shoes we see today on stage. Every shoe here honors the survivors of residential schools. Every shoe here commemorates the children who never made it back to their families. And for some that came home, never saw their parents again because they had passed on while they were away. These children who lie in unmarked graves across this country were never forgotten by their families nor their communities. And of course, we have the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report that has calls to action and I know people are working on those calls to action, but I just wanted to say that in addition to these reports, including missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, the unmarked graves of the children woke this country up. So I often get asked to define reconciliation. Reconciliation is a complex issue. It's complex because survivors have their own experiences and need to heal in their own time. Reconciliation is complex because there are many levels of work that is required, both at the community, within the country, across, and at the political level. C'est quoi la réconciliation?
That's why the reconciliation is not one answer and not an easy answer. But for me,
La réconciliation
is simply respect.
Reconciliation is a way of seeing and living life. It is about being intentional in how we interact with one another, how we show respect, how we get rid of racism, how we make space to respect each other and our cultures. It means equality in the country for all, especially Indigenous people who have suffered immeasurably without the type of services that we in other parts of the country take for granted. It's a time to get to know each other. It's a time to tell our stories, a time to exchange and tell each other who we are, so that in the end, we will learn as a people of this country to be the type of people we want to be. The power of education is powerful. Truth is powerful. So when we talk about reconciliation, we want the education system to embrace and teach the Indigenous history and our lives, and also to support our Indigenous languages. Education isn't just about the academic side. Education is about our way of teaching as well, Indigenous ways of teaching. And that needs to be addressed also in our education system. And I know that it's happening in different parts of the country, so I'm not saying that it isn't happening, but we need a more unified system of how we give the full story of Canada, especially in relation to Indigenous and First Peoples of this country. I have been traveling quite a lot since I became Governor General over 2 years now, and I am seeing every day how complex it is, what is confronting us as a country, how complex it is. And when I travel across the country, I don't just stay in the city and meet with government representatives. I also go out to remote areas and communities to talk to them about their issues and their concerns and how they see reconciliation. And I've been recently to a place in Nova Scotia where there was a house that provided support and services to young people. And they deal with their trauma and their healing through art. So this is one of the things that is also important in our country. So yesterday, when I hosted an event at Rideau Hall, where we had a wonderful Indigenous artist, Meryl McMaster, she showed all the students that were there how to use art to learn more about the full history of our country and to share their hopes and dreams for a world where every child matters. Reconciliation is hope. Hope that we are building together a future that is free from racism, harm, prejudices, exclusion, and violence and injustices. Everything that has marked the lives of Indigenous people for centuries. But we must also remember how Indigenous people are working not only through their well-being, but we Indigenous people are also working with non-Indigenous Canadians. They're developing partnerships, building better communications, and better communities. It takes a long time for these things, and I understand and fully sympathize with those that are at home in small communities are continuing to suffer the inequities. Services that we have, health services, mental health support, education that's relevant to their culture and language. And I think that it's really important to remember that even though we are making progress on bigger issues, it's not necessarily having an impact at the community level. So I think we must think more about how we as leaders agree on things that we should also think about. So how is that going to impact people at the community level? So on this National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, let us all go forward with hope. And ayuinata. Ayuinata in my language, in Inuktitut, means never give up, no matter what. Let us go forward with the children in our hearts and minds. Let us support the families, and let us walk this journey of reconciliation together, one step at a time. Marchons ensemble sur le chemin de la réconciliation.
Let's walk together on the path of reconciliation, one step at a time.
Thank you so much for having me today. I am with you. Thank you.
Nakkohumik, Son Excellence, la très honorable Mary Simon, gouverneur général du Canada.
Thank you, Her Excellency,
Notre prochain
the Governor General, Mary Simonson.
À la santé des
Our
nations
next
autochtones de sa région.
speaker
Our
has
next
worked
speaker is
tirelessly for the healthcare.
Salish. He is a decorated actor and physician who was until recently the Deputy Chief Medical Officer at Indigenous Services Canada. In his new role as Acting Associate Dean in the new medical school at Simon Fraser University, he continues to be a tireless advocate for First Nations health and well-being and a respected voice and leader for the LGBTQS+ community.
Mesdames et messieurs, voici Dr. Evan Adams.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Evan Adams.
I am an intergenerational survivor.
Je suis
My
un
parents met
survivant
and fell in love in
intergénérationnel.
residential school.
Mes parents se sont rencontrés et sont tombés amoureux dans un pensionnat, le pensionnat de Seychelles, en 1953. Et mes parents ont vécu 69 ans et 3 quarts ensemble.
My mother can barely stand to talk about what
Et
happened to her.
mon père qualifiait amèrement le pensionnat de prison. Ma mère supportait à peine de parler de ce qui est arrivé. Mais les rares fois où elle en parlait, elle parlait de sa rencontre avec mon père et de leur amour. Aujourd'hui, nous devons parler de ce qui est arrivé à ces dizaines de milliers d'enfants autochtones, dont mes parents, qui ont été subjugués, humiliés, privés d'amour et de soins, victimes de violences sanctionnées par l'État et avec lesquels nous devons tous vivre aujourd'hui. Il est incompréhensible que des adultes puissent faire cela à un enfant et il sera important de voir cela avec toutes les tombes anonymes que nous avons. Et nous devons identifier les enfants grâce à leurs os et leur ADN, de peur qu'ils ne soient jamais effacés à jamais. Nous devons faire face à ce passé.
But I was with her when she identified dozens of unidentified children in photographs at the Roman Catholic archives. My sisters are at home with her, hopefully holding her hand, and we are holding the memory of our dear father between us. We collectively quell our rage, soften our hearts, and we hold each other close. It is a good day for healing. It is always a good day for healing. As we uphold survivors across the country like my mother, let us also remember those who did not make it home, those who are no longer with us, and let us call our spirits back to us. And let us also remember the imperative to love one another. Imut, Marcy, Ikomiek. Aujourd'hui, nous souhaitons souligner le rôle indispensable qui jouent les intervenants dans le domaine de la santé, notamment les professionnels,
important
les
role
bénévoles et
of
les
healthcare workers, most of all of volunteers or elders that support survivors every day.
The contributions of resolution health support and cultural support workers. From mental health counseling to emotional and cultural support services, these health practitioners have made healing possible. Many have been on the front lines of care for decades since before the 2006 Indian Residential School Settlement Agreement. Throughout the Truth and Reconciliation Commission process, the national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and beyond. And now I invite the very talented Mi'kmaq songstress Emma Stevens to commemorate these heroes with a special performance.
Gwe, thank you, and I'm honored to be here today. I dedicate this honor song to every person whose name is listed behind me, and to so many others who continue to offer healing and support to survivors and families. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the resolution, health support, and culture support workers that are present here today. I invite them to stand so we may honor them. Get me dead a manage, Dantelio nutik, negamashu, ke mawidanage. Get me dead a manage, Don Wedabek sultik, negamashu, geabona marultinech, geabona marultinech, Don kisuk deliga luksik, Wulla sit kahamuk, away ya hey yo, away away hi 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 away away hi. Get me dead a manage, Don Delio nutik, negamashu, ke mawidanage. Get me dead a manage, nega mastu Gea bona madol dinage Gea bona madol dinage Don kisok deliga luksik Wulla sit kamug Weya heyo Away away haya 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 Get me dead a man edge Don't tell you no tig Nega masu Ge ma we danage Get me dead a man edge Don't tell you no tig Nega mastu Gea bona model teenage Gea bona model teenage Don kisuk deliga luksik Wulla sit kahamug Away heyo Away away haya 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 Way away haya Way away haya heyo
Merci Emma Stevens.
Thank you, Emma Stevens, for this beautiful performance.
Notre prochain invité est
Our
membre
next
de la
guest
nation de
is a member of the
Picogam,
nation in Abitibi-Témiscamingue,
ainsi que
artist
guide en
as
nature
well as a
et en
nature
culture.
guide and
Il
a
est
culture
ambassadeur de sa
guide. He's
communauté
the proud
et de sa
ambassador of his
langue.
community and of his
Accueillons
language.
chaleureusement Normand
Let us greet
Kistabish.
Normand Kistabish.
Quega, kinegada shega. Kitsumis quega no namga kinegada shega. Kitsumin nagozamin, eh? Kego no gaja gidimikame kudana, and gaje most of them quendamek. Ka bi jeseyek. Ka bi musadamek. Je disais tout simplement que vous êtes
I was simply saying that you look beautiful in orange today. It's a beautiful day. And maybe we should be thankful for the wonderful weather we have. So to give you the short version of the story that I want to share with you, that I really, really wanted to say, well, I forgot it all.
Je passais à 4h30 matin.
I was thinking at 4:30 this morning, well, I'll tell him this, I'll tell him that, and at 6 o'clock I finally got up and I'd completely forgotten it already.
Je parle français parce que
I speak French because it's my second language.
Je comprenais pas français. Je comprenais pas que mon nom.
I didn't understand that my name was Normand Kistabish. When I went into the residential school, everybody called me Moni.
Moni, c'est parce que j'avais un chien qui s'appelait Moni.
Because I had a dog that had that name.
Puis en plus,
and in addition to that,
quand j'ai appris que je m'appelais
when I learned that my name was Normand Kistabish, they put me aside to give me a number.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
123.
1, 2, 3. That was my number, 123.
Et là, j'ai vécu toute ça.
And then I lived all kinds of bad experiences. The fallout from the residential schools are so awful that I'll just set it aside. It's been several times now that I've spoken about it.
Je suis soigné de ça.
That I got healed from that and not having what I would call an exemplary life also. I also unfortunately,
la drogue,
fell into alcohol,
dans le
drugs,
sexe,
sex,
étant inabusé du sexe par ceux qui étaient supposés nous montrer.
and those who were supposed to teach us
L'enseignement du celui qui appelle Dieu, je ne sais pas.
the teachings of whom they called God, they abused us. So I didn't understand those things then.
Avant que je décide d'aller
But before I decided
le français des
and learn French by really applying myself to it, it's when I decided that I didn't
traitement physique.
want it to be physically maltreated.
On a vécu toutes sortes de
We went through all kinds of
conséquences,
bad
d'humiliation.
consequences, humiliation.
Un exemple, il y avait
Just to give you an example,
deux garçons,
there were two lads my age, approximately at the time.
ils faisaient pipi au lit.
They urinated in bed,
Ces enfants-là, ils se faisaient fouetter.
and they were whipped every morning.
Puis nous autres, on était
And we were lined up, side by side,
pris dans une...
powerless,
Ça fait mal de le voir, puis on pouvait...
and it would hurt to see that happening, and there was nothing we could do about it.
C'est terrible.
Awful, awful.
J'ai beaucoup d'amis ici de Picogan.
I have a lot of friends here from Picogan,
Mon frère puis mes sœurs,
relations,
mes amis, que
siblings, and friends,
cousins, cousines.
cousins,
De remercier Guy puis Jacques.
and I'd like to thank them.
J'ai pas perdu ma langue, quasiment. Quasi.
Almost lost my language, but not completely.
Je suis retourné dans le bois.
I returned into the woods in order to relearn my language with
Mes beaux-parents.
my in-laws, who have now left us,
Avec frères et sœurs, beaux-frères.
brothers and sisters, brother-in-law,
Montrer
that taught
comment
me
ça s'appelle les arbres.
the names of the trees,
Les arbres et toutes ces...
birch, maple, and all the other trees that we have,
Et même les noms des animaux.
and the names of animals as well.
Je connaissais un ou deux, mais
I might know one or two, but not a lot of them.
un lien dans
And that has a direct link to my relearning of my language. Today, what I do
Pour le garder,
to keep my language is I write.
je traduis ce que ça s'appelle les épisodes de
I
documentaires.
translate documentaries on hockey.
Le hockey, c'est un sport que j'ai aimé beaucoup.
Hockey is a sport that I loved a lot, and I was pretty good at it. I almost played against Guy Lafleur
Puis oui,
at the Pee-wee level in Quebec City,
un mauvais pédant, ce gars-là.
and he didn't like to lose.
Des bouts drôles de ma vie.
That's some of the funny parts of my life there.
Parce que moi, je suis allé 2 fois à Québec jouer au hockey.
I went twice to Quebec City to play hockey at Pee-wee level in the first year with the Indians of Quebec. That's what the name was of the team.
J'ai ramassé à Machto
Pick us up in Mastouillache,
pour pratiquer un mois de temps avec
practice for a month
les que je ne connaissais pas.
with new teammates that I didn't know,
Quand même,
but who I got to know, of
plus
course.
tard, mais la deuxième année, c'était avec les
And the second year, it was with the Amos team. Amos being a town in the B2B, and that's where the residential school was. It was close to there at any rate. It's in a B2B.
Pour faire une courte histoire de ce que
So to shorten the story a little bit about what I lived after that, well, let me just say that it was awful.
j'ai été un exemplaire.
I was not an exemplary citizen.
J'ai fait tout ça de métiers,
I practiced many trades,
quasiment profession.
professions.
De ma communauté,
I was leader of my community, chief.
un agent de développement économique.
I was an economic development officer.
Dans l'Ouest en tant que
I
cuisinier.
went up and worked in the West as a short order cook, and I always found there's something to do. I was a true survivor everywhere I set foot.
J'y apprenais,
I learned
même mon anglais.
even my English. Aha.
I couldn't speak English. Yeah. J'étais dans une immersion anglaise
I was in English immersion way up north.
dans le coin de, tu sais, le pôle nord magnétique, on regarde dans le boussole.
When you, the magnetic North Pole, when you look at a compass, well, I was 400 kilometers, 400 miles. Yeah, it was the old days.
Puis là, j'avais juste de l'anglais du bon.
And there was only English-speaking people there. Well, what was I doing up there anyway?
Qu'est-ce que je faisais là-bas?
What the heck was I up to?
Dans ma recherche de fuite.
Well, it was part of my fleeing alcohol, drugs.
Et là-bas où est-ce que je suis allé, il n'y avait pas.
And where I went, there was no alcohol.
Comme... Je ne sais pas comment j'expliquerais ça.
I don't know how to explain it.
Insécure.
But at the same time, I was somewhat insecure because I was craving, but also I wanted to stop. And all alone,
J'avais un combat.
it was a fight, continuous fight.
Je ne demandais pas de l'aide.
Struggle, because I wasn't asking for help.
Puis ça, en vieillissant, j'ai compris.
As you get older, I understood that I actually did need help.
Comme la plupart de ceux qui sont
As most of those who went to residential school and lived a rough life like me, you know what I'm talking about here.
Puis ça, j'ai transmis ça à mes
And I transmitted that, I passed it on to my children.
C'est un travail que je continue à faire.
And it's work that I continue to do to help improve my healing path with my family,
Ma communauté,
my community,
c'est tout du monde que j'ai fait mal.
all people that I had hurt.
Imaginez,
Imagine
j'ai été un chef de bande.
I was the chief of the band.
Des années, je voulais juste savoir,
I just
quand ils m'ont nominé pour
wanted, when they put me up to be chief, I just wanted to know how popular I was by running.
j'ai dit oui.
I said, yeah, sure, I'll run.
Puis j'ai battu mon...
And I beat my adversary, completely squashed him.
Fier de ça, là.
I shouldn't be too proud of that. But anyway, there it is.
Puis dans ce temps-là,
And in those days,
prendre en charge les programmes
we were starting to manage ourselves.
d'éducation.
The certain programs like administration, health, education, slowly but surely in my village. At least for that part, I did. And it's been carried on
Ça continue encore aujourd'hui.
to this day.
Pas fini, non?
And we're not finished yet.
Non, je voudrais dire merci.
I'd like to thank
Parce que ce que vous entendez, moi, c'est
people because what I hear
des choses que je regardais, que je
helps me
n'ai pas dit. Puis ça, je vous le
speak out the things that I didn't want to talk about, and I'm giving it to you. It belongs to you. It belongs to all of us because it's come out of me.
Et vous êtes bien nombreux assis devant tout.
And you're so beautiful all in your orange shirts there.
Tu viens gâter, hein?
Chimigwich, Normandy Stavish.
Noranki Stabish, thank you.
Our final speaker has dedicated her life to the betterment of her community of Kangaksinip, Rankin Inlet, and to Nunavut at large. Amongst her many accomplishments in healthcare and politics, she helped establish the Rankin Inlet Birthing Center. She was the first woman mayor for Rankin Inlet and was MLA for her region in the Legislative Assembly of Nunavut from 2004 to 2008.
De plus, son travail.
Moreover, her community work continues to bear fruit to this day. Please welcome Dr. Lavinia Brown.
Kuyan namin. Hello to you all. My name is Lavinia Nokadla Brown. Inuktitut Nokadla means spider web. I'm a resident to school survivor from Rankin Inlet. I'm happy to be here today to share my truth with you. Sharing has always helped me work through the pain of resident to schools experience. I went to an institution in Chesterfield Inlet, Iglurigadium. It was a very scary place, filled with sadness from all of us children who were forced to be there and away from the families. I wasn't allowed to speak my language, Inuktitut. None of us. If I was caught, I was punished, beaten. We were all. And we didn't know English. So we barely speak at all. But we had each other. And we didn't often use words. How could we? There were no words. We were there for one another, trying to get through it together. I want to acknowledge that there were 3 strong Inuit survivors who bravely spoke to the Royal Commission on Aboriginal Peoples in 1987 about their experiences in residential schools. They gave us a voice, and they gave us courage to speak up of our experiences and how damaging they were. It is important that all of you and the future generation to know what happened to us, and that you hear us and acknowledge how this affected Inuit people and other nations, other indigenous people and communities. But today I see change, especially with our young generation. They are working to regain their Inuit culture, languages, and tradition. And being here with you today and all those watching, it brings us hope. Hope for healing, hope for reconciliation, and hope for a better future for the Inuit people and other indigenous people. There's 4 words I like to leave with you. And the 4 words have 4 letters in them. Each one have 4 letters in them. Love. Let's show more love. I see so many of you wearing orange t-shirts, something orange. I appreciate that. Care. Let's show more care for one another. Kind. Let's use that word more and pass it on to everybody. Share. I told you that sharing always makes me feel better, always make me feel I have hope. And lastly, I'd like to thank the NCTR and staff for their hard work. Without them, I doubt if we would be here today. Ako yanak po siya ang iyamin, aksim makayalong.
Nos remerciements, Dr. Lavinia Brown. Miigwech,
We thank Dr. Lavinia Brown. Thank you.
Nous arrivons déjà à la fin du programme, mais avant de se quitter,
Have reached
une
the
dernière
end of
performance d'un
our
artiste
program.
qui est
But before we
une des
leave,
flèches montantes de
we
sa
have
génération grâce à la
a last
puissance de sa
artist
voix et
that
de
is
sa
a
démarche
rising
artistique.
star.
Many of the songs on his first album were inspired by his grandfather, who shared his experiences as a survivor of Macintosh Residential School in Ontario. Tungasuk titauli, asenabi.
reconcile. Tu parlais de ma paix. So that we can reconcile. If I can. C'est ma blood. C'est ma blood. Oh, oh. C'est my blood. Does it feel like we're on the edge? Staring down a certain day. But does it feel like the story ends before it starts? So we were here, and these fading memories show we were here. And these fleeting stories show we were here. And these disappearing words, even when they start losing meaning. It's in our blood. It's in our blood. Oh, oh. It's in our blood. It's in my blood. Come, we go, just like the days is locked and dark, then no more than rain. I guess you know, just like the snow, we flow, we never fade away. A month, a day, a week, a year, just like to say that we were here. So we were here, and these fading memories, so we were here. In these fleeting stories, oh, we were here. And these disappearing words, even when they start losing meaning. It's in my blood. It's in my blood. Oh, oh. It's in my blood. It's in my blood.
We conclude this afternoon, much like we began, with ceremony. As we retire the Eagle staff and Bentwood box, nous vous invitons à rester sur les lieux encore un temps pour continuer cette
We
commémoration.
invite you to stay here to continue the commemoration together.
The National Center for Truth and Reconciliation, Nakurmek, for being here with us to honor residential school survivors and to remember those who did not make it home. And we encourage everyone to read the recommendations of the TRC because it's all up to us to make sure reconciliation isn't just an idea, but an action.
Au nom du Centre national pour la vérité et la
The National
réconciliation, merci
Center for Reconciliation, thank you for having participated today. Thank you.